What have you given up for Lent?
Religion. You don't look any different to what you looked before. It's the same person with the same beautiful personality, that same smile. I mean, your arse is gonna. It's a beautiful day, and we've decided that we could do our first little cruise of the year. Only going to do a couple of miles down to a winding hole just beyond Whittington, the village of Whittington. So Mrs. L's knocking around somewhere. I think she's just sunning herself, you know, topping up those vitamin D levels. So no doubt I shall wrestle a microphone onto her and we'll have a little chat in a minute. Right, let me go and get these ropes off. I've got for you. Oh, the lovely little microphone for you.
Have you turned it on?
Yes, it's turned on, Mrs.
Great.
You'll be disappointed to know. So, you've seen this view before, us leaving Lichfield Cruising Club at Huddlesford Junction. It is a fantastic day today.
See, could we just sit down on that bench and do nothing?
We could just sit there and drink, couldn't we? But we could just go down to this winding hole and drink, and then on the way back, drink. And when we get back here...
Do you think we've got a problem?
We could go...
Let's just spat all over you.
We could then go to the pub when we get back and drink some more.
Oh, the sunshine's beautiful.
Little rambling club by the look of it. Bit breezy down here.
Oh, that's nice though. Get a dose of vitamin D for March.
Onto the Coventry Canal.
That club is just so pretty.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Chilly. It's the shade.
I know.
It's when you go into the shade. Coming back into it now, look.
Oh.
Hold. Be patient. Be brave. Could be the breeze, those.
Yeah. I love that boat's name and the decoration.
Dave and Dora Hancock's boat.
It's nice.
He was the Commodore when we first joined, wasn't he?
He was. But that's quite a busy job.
Yeah. We just don't have the time to get involved, do we, with running the theatre group. 2 theatre groups, really. It takes up an awful lot of time. So, you know that, you know, being a part of this committee would just be, there's just as much time, completely different set of logistics, but it's the same thing, the responsibility of many different tasks and aspects of how to run a cruising club. They'll be the same sort of things that you have for a theatre group, just...
I don't think it's as fast-paced.
No, it's not as fast-paced, but the financial side of it, the upkeep of it,
It's completely different, isn't it? It's manual, physical work, whereas the theatre group, a lot of that is
Well, it's
just kind of like
artistic,
behind the
isn't it?
scenes.
Yeah. But it's the same principle across any clubs, any organisations on a voluntary scale. It's a very small percentage of the membership are doing the vast majority of the work, aren't they? This is a nice pace, because the end, you know, when you've got the time to go like this, it's a comfortable. It's not the engine noise when you need to go a little bit faster. It's quite apparent how loud that becomes.
Let's go slower then. See if we can make it even quieter.
Well, I like to progress.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's hardly made a difference. And there's no locks on this section, so if a boat catches, just through you come. It's not like you're going to lose your advantage at a lock or anything like that.
Lose your advantage. It's not a race, you know.
No, it's not. But you can put yourself at a distinct disadvantage if you're suddenly behind somebody else going up locks. It's hard work then, because you are having to. You start to feel a little bit like you should be helping them get through, so that you can then empty that lock for you to go into or fill it, whichever way you're going. Whereas if you're on your own, you take what you've got. It might be that they're not in your favour, it might be that they're in your favour, but if you've got a boat immediately ahead of you, then everything is not in your favour.
What got for lunch?
What we got?
Nothing.
Didn't we bring anything?
No.
Didn't you bring anything?
No.
Have we got any like pot noodle type things?
No.
What?
I cleaned everything out for winter.
Have we got any soup? I bet we have.
Oh, that was a bit stroppy.
Did you see in the news that they found in Stratford what they think is like a stash of old pencils that belong to Shakespeare, but the ends of them had been chewed that much that they couldn't tell if they were to be or not to be. You thought it was a true story, didn't you?
I just thought you got another uninteresting comment to make about something on the news, so I'd stopped listening.
Gonna go past your mate's house in a minute.
I might get off and stay with her.
Good. I don't think she'll thank me though. She'll sing a song today.
Yes, if you want to. Can you warm me so I can go away though?
Hello, mate.
Hiya.
How you doing? Yes, mate.
Hiya.
All right. Well, this is us just coming into Whittington. I like Whittington. There's a nice pub there. We only went there once, didn't we? Remember, it's got like quite a nice garden. Because there's a shop in Whittington. Remember, there's a nice chippy as well, Chinese and chippy. That's Ashley's boat, isn't it?
It is. Oh, Ashley and Craig's boat.
Ashley and Craig, Sebastian. It's lovely to have a little boat like that with a pub that's, less than a mile away up the canal. Just jump on the boat and go up to the pub. We've seen them a few times doing that, haven't we? It's where Eric lives. Eric Wood has a lot to do with the raising money for the Lichfield and Huddlesford Canal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of garden parties and fundraisers and stuff. every time I see this boat, it's adorned with more and more quirky items. I'd have a massive fear of going under a low bridge. He has to do a lot of work when he goes into a tunnel, I guess. So when we first bought our boat, this is where we used to moor it prior to us being in the club. We used to have to sort of try to continually cruise around about 4 or 5 different areas within a driving distance of Sutton Coldfield. So we just couldn't sustain that. So we joined the cruising club. And then that took a lot of the pressure off, and that the boat's secure now, isn't it? Being part of the cruising club is brilliant. So in September this year, they have the Huddlesford gathering at the club. So there's a lot of land at the club, big field there. It helps to raise money for the Lichfield and Whttington canal restoration project. But very often you get a lot of historic boats come, a lot of traders. There's a bit of a marquee there with some live music and stuff. It's nice. We did it last year, and I was in the beer tent. It's fantastic, as in working in the beer tent. But all the ales were great. Had all the different barrels of different ales. Really nice. I would suggest, if you are looking for some cruising plans this year, to build that in, to come down to Huddlesford Junction, get moored up, come and enjoy a couple of days there. I'll pour you a drink. I might even sing you a song. Love this little section through here. Little bit of tight stuff, little bit twisty. Some nice cottages down here, a bit further down. Fisherwick, this place is called. So I've just left Whittington. That bridge we've just gone under, that was like Whittington Bridge. And now we're heading towards Fisherwick. So as summer progresses, it gets narrower here because the new reed growth happens. It needs to be kept in check, but at the same time I do quite like it. I like it when it feels a bit wild, as long as that doesn't halt navigation. I'll go with that. What a cracking day. It was good to be out. Just felt the boat rock, which generally means Mrs. Lumsden's on her way down the boat. The weight shifted. I think she's sorting out my pot noodle. Here she comes. Hello. What's
Hello.
your head?
Let's put the water on for your pot noodle.
So I see you are embracing the grey now. Well done. I'm now embracing
the boldness
the bracing
and the cold.
wind. And you are going steadily greyer by choice.
By choice.
And I think you look great.
What do you want?
Pot noodle. Oh, it's
already
great.
being boiled.
You don't look any different to what you looked before. It's the same person with the same beautiful personality, that same smile. I mean, your arse has gone a bit fat.
I must admit, I've got that, what do you call it, middle-aged spread that's not really come from nowhere, because I know it's a lot to do with eating and drinking.
Do you think
constantly.
people behind our backs call us the number 88? Are we inviting 88 to our party?
I'll go for 86. I'm the 6.
Oh, okay. A very funny shape.
I've got a big fat stuff.
Thin head and a big bottom end.
I have got a big bottom end. But it's okay. I'm embracing my age.
Yeah, be proud of it. You're gorgeous. Whenever you want to just reply with something, you know, similar, better reciprocate the praise. Be nice.
Trying not to
Sorry?
be rude. I think you're embracing your physical age very well. Mentally, I'm not sure you're that great. Because you have got a lot more whingy and grumpy with age.
I can be whingy and grumpy. I can be just as stupid as I was when I was 18 as well, though.
And less tolerant.
I've never been overly tolerant.
You used to be more tolerant as a youngster.
Depends on the subject matter, doesn't it? I agree. I am easily irritated. I can flash over something and then I kind of immediately realise that I've overreacted or that was unfair of me or so. But I'm quite honest with that as well. I'm not stubborn. I don't think I'm stubborn. Unless if I truly believe something, I'll really stick to my guns. But a lot of the time, I do recognise that it was a superficial reaction to something. It was a fly off the handle. It was a jumped to a conclusion.
Yeah.
It was an unfair generalisation. I'm capable of all of that.
All of the above.
I'm capable of all of that, but I'm very capable of being humble, of apologising, and of recognising I was wrong there.
That's okay, because like when you've murdered somebody, as long as you recognise that you shouldn't have murdered them,
Absolutely.
and you're very sorry for it, that makes it all right.
Yeah. Spring's a nice time, isn't it? The trees are bare, but you can feel the change.
The trees are bare and something else, and the sky is blue.
No, it's the wrong song. All the trees are brown and the sky is grey.
Oh, that's not right, is it?
I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming.
On such a winter's day. I should be a singer. Narrowboat natterings, they want to see me sing. Hear me sing.
If you're singing, we'll be calling it narrowboat clatterings. Look at the very dirty little section of the canal up there. What's all that there?
I don't know.
Probably where the wind comes from one direction one way and then another, and it's just, there's a point where it all meets.
So I'm thinking of contacting my hairdresser and saying,
What?
I don't know.
You're not going to colour it again?
No, I'm not going to go, but what I might do is colour the ends of it. Either have it all cut off so it's all the same colour, or bring that colour down through the ends.
Well, can you just I'm just going to cut my prop, it looks a little bit woody here. It's like they've done some work on the reeds and stuff, but they've not just left it in the water. Sorry, you were saying about your hair?
Yeah. Do I have it all cut and layered, or do I have the colour put through to the ends? That's all it look like a bit short.
Sure, it's fine, but I don't know why you think you want it coloured.
Just because it's so stark. It's sort of like goes stark, and then like if that there and you put that at the top there, that's such a difference.
So why can't you have it coloured like blonde colour, not blonde, but
that's what I'm thinking.
Grey. Actually, put grey and blonde through it, so you've got a.
That's what I was saying. But very well done.
There you go. I'm just going back to the days when I was a hairstylist, my previous life.
Which hair?
The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there and touched your hair and walked with me. All summer long we sang along, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, the autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and gone. And still those days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who tries his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. Warm summer wind. Frank Sinatra. What a singer. Your musical experts would say that Sinatra didn't have a good voice. He slid on a lot of his notes. He didn't hit notes cleanly. And he was quite a critic of his own voice. He couldn't stand listening to himself. He hated listening to his recordings. He always felt like he was wrong. The thing is, that was the beauty of his voice, I think. He was a swing singer after all. If you listen to swing, the brass section is sliding, everything is coming up and swinging away, and the whole thing is not exact. And I think that's the beauty of it, and I think that's why his voice worked. Such you know that as soon as any song, if you've not heard a song before, you think that's Frank Sinatra. His voice stands out. The tone of his voice is, every voice is unique, but his just bangs out, straight away. There's no, you don't think, is this Frank Sinatra? You know it's Frank Sinatra. All right, we're almost at the winding hole. This is what, at the club we call this the cottages. So it's taken us about 45 minutes, an hour to get here. So it's a nice little cruise from the club. And that's the point of today, just giving the boat a bit of a shakedown. Make sure that everything's all right. I've got some work to do on the batteries, and I'm going to try and do that within the next couple of weeks. So I will, I'll set some cameras up when I'm doing that. Electrics are not my thing, so that could be interesting. I like to come in with a bit of pace. I don't know whether it's the defined way, but I like to hit it with a bit of pace. Get that pendulum swinging just when it looks like I'm about to hit the bank. And there's my reverse gone on now. My front end still going round. Got that weight shifting. I'm going to go to neutral now. If I'd kept it that way, I would have started straightening up the front end. More forwards on it. Get that movement going again. Now come back. Once you've got the front end drifting to where you want to in reverse, it's sometimes better to leave it in neutral, because what happens is when you're in reverse, I think it's called prop walk. So because of the direction of the prop, it pulls you in a direction that is inevitably not the direction you want to go. Whereas if you can just drop to neutral, if your boat is already swinging like that, it continues to swing. But if you put the prop on, it starts to strain it up, and then you're not getting the turn that you want. There we go. I thought I might have seen a few more boats today, but I guess it's a weekday, isn't it? I sometimes forget. Some more weight on. Yeah, it's a battle now. Problem is I like my food too much. And I am a pig. If I go to a restaurant, when I go to the menu, I'm looking for which one's probably going to be the biggest meal. I'm definitely a pig. And then Mrs. L inevitably leaves something. I have to finish that as well. And I think a lot of it's habit. But I really don't like waste. I don't like seeing waste. So that's also some of it, is I just can't bear seeing food go to waste. You don't want it, don't have it.
So?
What have we got?
Hot
Itsu
noodles.
Crystal noodles, sesame glaze. Good boaty meal, this. I think Mrs. Lumsden.
It is.
Right deal. On the move. Nice flavour.
An attractive look on camera.
Like those cottages. That's Fisherwick. Little cottages there on the line, alongside of the road. Not unlike the little cottages that we live in. There are the sort of canal side of the road in front of them, and then the canal. Very picturesque they are. Who's at the helm? Hello, Mrs. Lumsden.
Hello, Mr. Lumsden.
She's going to enjoy this.
Do you want me to take that one up?
Yeah.
Ah,
Nice.
yes. Just looking at those houses there.
Here's to the 2025 cruising year. Here's to you in 2025's cruising year.
Happy spring. What have you given up for Lent?
Religion.
Dokes.
That's its build site, I think, Mrs. What do you reckon?
Female.
Don't know. I don't think it's overly happy with us being here. Yeah, look. Let's just get that out of there. That'd be lovely in my nest, that bit. Oh, it's going to look lovely on the mantelpiece, that bit. Oh, gosh. It's a boat that we've been passing since we've had ours. It's very unique, isn't it? Looks like something from maybe the 50s or the 60s. Got a kind of style to it. It's a funny, like, swept back style. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me what sort of boat that is, but very interesting windows on the side of the cabin. I reckon it's got the 1960s written all over it. Somebody let me know. Night.
Cold.
It's a bit cold.
Yeah.
Well, I'm praying for rain in California, so the grapes may grow and they can make more wine. And I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and a woman on my mind. I asked the man behind the bar for the jukebox. So here we are, arriving back at the cruising club. I wonder when and what was the last commercial boat that turned into what was the Whirly in Essington, when it used to run all the way through to Ogley Junction. I wonder. There. It's a nice little cruise, isn't it? It's gone a little bit cool towards the end, but boats behave well. No strange sounds or anything like that. Now, I don't say this too often. Everybody else says it all the time. I don't say it too often. But I'd love you to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. You just click that little button that says subscribe. Even if you just click the thumb up, even if you just click that, that's good. All of those things that you do for me, if you speak to me, if you put a message on this film, if you make a comment, all of those things are good, because it all helps YouTube think that I'm interesting. And if it thinks that I'm interesting, it starts to push it out to people who don't know about me, and that's what helps the channel grow. So they're called interactions. So the more you interact with this channel via subscriptions, likes, comments, shares, the quicker the channel grows. So just do it. It's easy. And we're back.
Hi, little ducks.